In this video, we're gonna be fishing with a submarine under one of Florida's most hated piers, and we're gonna see what's truly down there. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. We made a 3-mile run out of Hillsboro to Deerfield Pier to set up the submarine. Okay guys, so we got the sub here. The pier is right here. We're about to deploy this in the water. We got Hunter controlling the sub, and we're gonna go see what's down here. So all we're gonna do, take the submarine. We're just gonna plop it. You ready, Hunter? Yep. Just gonna put it in there nice and easily, just like that, and I'm gonna control the line from here now. All right, you get on me? Watch out the line. So for those of you that don't know, this is a Gladius submarine, so I have to control the line while my brother Hunter was actually piloting this submarine. So this sub moves actually really fast. You guys will see it right here, and I was surprised how crisp the camera was when it was underwater. So now let's switch over to that underwater point of view. So we switched over to the submarine point of view, and this might be the sickest thing we have ever done. Right off the start, we already saw a bunch of barracuda, and it looked like on the deeper side there was a pack of these barracuda just sitting there. So my brother Hunter was trying to gauge how the submarine really worked, but off the start we already have seen a ton of fish swimming under this pier.
So okay. What are you seeing right now?
I see a giant cuda under there right now.
So what do you?
Alright, so we got a giant barracuda swimming by the sub right now. The sub's right there. You guys can see it. And we're right now just subbing around here. It's crystal clear today. So it's a perfect day for the sub. And we're taking it nice and slow, and we're gonna see why this pier really is so hated. So we're gonna gauge what's down here, what type of fish are down here, if there's any sharks, barracuda, whatever's down here, and we're just gonna gauge what's under this pier. Alright guys, right now on the camera we see like 20 barracudas swimming by. It's all the way under there. This is gonna be sick when we get it. And right now we're about 10 feet deep. Later in this video we went on the deeper side of the pier, and I'm telling you guys, we literally had 1,000 fish swim right by our submarine. So as of right now, we're in a school of barracuda. And for those of you that saw, near those pilings there was a couple mangrove snapper. And just to let you guys know, the reason we're able to sub this pier right now is it is closed for maintenance, making it really easy that we're able to just come right up to it and film this video. If it was open right now, we wouldn't be able to do this. So luckily it's closed and we're able to film all this. So my brother Hunter started working his way deeper under this pier once he got comfortable. And let me tell you, the deeper we got under this pier, the more fish there were. So as we work our way out there, you guys can already notice the water has got a little dirtier. It is definitely harder to see here. In the next 30 seconds, you guys will see how many fish up here. And I'm telling you guys, I don't know why Deerfield Pier gets so much hate. There was so much life under this pier, from barracudas to snappers to stingrays. There was just so much life that lived under this pier. And if you guys enjoy content like this, we just got this submarine. We're gonna be doing a ton of videos like this, so drop a sub and drop a like on this video. There's gonna be a ton of videos just like this one, so stay tuned. As we continued to work our way under this pier, like I told you guys earlier, the deeper we got, the more fish there was. And right here, it seemed like we ran into a school of barracuda. And we were about 15 to 20 feet deep, and I'm telling you guys, at the end of this video, we literally had 1,000 fish swimming around the camera once we hit the deeper section of this pier. So we were going through these barracuda, and shockingly, none of these fish were scared of this submarine. There was a little mangrove snapper below these barracuda, and if you guys want to fish this pier, I'm pretty sure this pier is opening in December again. So if you guys want to come out here and try to catch some of these barracuda or snapper, you guys can try that now in December. So as my brother Hunter got more comfortable, we got a lot deeper under these pilings. And the most important thing when you're fishing these piers or when you're under these piers is all the fish are going to be around these pilings. So the closer we got under these pilings, the more fish there were. And let me tell you, we saw everything from jacks to blue runners to barracuda to snappers. There were all kinds of fish under this pier. So we continued to work our way through these barracuda, and I'm pretty sure the size of these barracuda are probably good eating. It's those bigger ones that you usually don't want to eat, but the size of these barracudas looked pretty solid. They were about the right size for eating. But as we continued to work our way through,
we ran into a new school of fish, which ended up being blue runners, as you guys will see in the next minute here. My brother Hunter started repositioning this submarine to the other side of this pier. And let me tell you guys, we are going to be doing a ton of content like this. So if you guys have any ideas or any sick piers in Florida that we can go put this submarine and go check it out, let us know in the comments down below. We're going to be dropping this submarine everywhere from wrecks to piers. So we continue to work our way now back under this pier. And you guys let me know what pier really is the best with the most variety fish. Honestly, I looked it up and I saw a ton of people hating on Deerfield Pier, and it looks like to me here there are a ton of fish, but there's not really any snook or tarpon under this pier, and we're right now coming into the springtime, so you would think there would be a lot of snook or tarpon. But right here we had a new species of fish swim up to this submarine, and I'm not sure what that is on the bottom right here. If you guys know in the comments, let me know. Right now all I can see is we have a ton of barracuda, and there's a couple snappers in the mix, and then on the bottom here it looks like that looks like a pinfish, but I'm not 100% sure, swimming on the bottom. But we continued to work our way through, and now we're starting to see more chubs swimming right by the submarine, so we're getting into a variety of fish here. And then on the other side is where we ran into a giant school of blue runners. We are now surrounded by chubs, barracuda, and snapper, and let me tell you, some of these snapper are nice size snapper right there. 3 snapper on the bottom, those are all mangrove snapper, and those are nice size snapper. And those chubs are not great eating, but they are a fun catch. But on the other side of this pier, like I told you guys, we ran into a giant school of fish, which I thought was pretty sick, and they all went right through the submarine, which was so sick to see on camera. And on the next trip that we use this submarine, we are going to add a piece of bait to it to see if we can get a fish to eat right up on the camera. So we're now going into this school of fish here, as I told you guys earlier, and none of these fish are scared here. We got chubs, barracuda, you guys can see a ton of blue runners, and there's some mixed in bait there, but there's just so much life that we're catching right now on this submarine, which is absolutely sick. So we got fish coming everywhere now. We got another snapper on our left, and there is a parrotfish in the back left. It's really hard to see. So we now have this little pork fish swimming right by the camera, and let me tell you, this fish would make an awesome aquarium fish. And right on our left, you guys saw there were some really nice size snappers. Those were definitely legal size snapper there. So as we continued to go through these fish, none of them were scared, which is just so sick. They were all swimming around the sub. And that thing you guys saw on the left, that little camera, that's actually Deerfield Pier's underwater camera. It's live 24/7 on YouTube, which is pretty sick to check out. So we now continue our way through these blue runner, and there were so many of these blue runner, and then we have these barracuda in the mix with these chubs and snappers. So as of right now, I have counted 6 different species, which is just so sick to see. We now start making our way back to the boat, and as we made our way back to the boat, we just continued to run into a bunch of these different kind of fish. So we took it nice and slow, and these mangrove snapper just kept getting bigger as they went by the camera. In the beginning, these fish weren't as big, and now these bigger mangrove snapper are starting to pop up. The chubs are sitting higher in that water column, but all these snapper look like they're sitting right on the bottom here, and then these barracuda are just lurking everywhere in the water column. And if you guys are a pure fisherman, this is a great video to watch. You guys can gauge where most of these fish sit. So if you want to come out here and target barracuda or snapper, you guys know how these fish are running under these piers, and it looks like a lot of these snapper, I know they're one of the most targeted fish off a pier, and all these snapper look like they're just sitting right on the bottom in these sandy areas. So we could start making our way back to the boat, and the water on this day was just absolutely amazing.
Okay guys, we just finished the video. The sub's right there, and there was so many fish down there. It was unbelievable. So we're just gonna grab our drone now. Just gonna get it right here. Get a little closer. Once he gets here, just gonna grab it. Roll that. And that's it for this video. But we hope you guys enjoyed this Barjax fishing video, and we hope to see you guys in the next Barjax family fishing video.